So, not that I want to harp on the Venezuela thing, but over the past week, the Canadian government decided to come out with the Lima group in support of Guaido, the National Assembly president, and declaring his interim presidency. Realistically, it seems like our neighbors to the north are just as bloodthirsty as people in our government. Now, one particular piece of bullshit I wanted to call out was the use of the National Assembly by the Venezuelan Constitution, specifically Article 233, to declare that Maduro is not a legitimate president anymore and that Guaido is. So, let's read that, shall we? So here, I printed it out, poorly translated to English, although translated well enough so that you and I can understand what the hell it's supposed to say. It says here, the president, I'm guessing this sentence should start with should, and you'll see why. I'm guessing, the president of the republic shall become permanently unavailable to serve by any of the following events. So you see why I say it should start with should. So, the following events. Death. Well, he's not dead. Maduro's not dead, although somebody did try to change that. Resignation. Well, Maduro hasn't resigned. Removal from office by the decision of the Supreme Tribunal of Justice. That hasn't happened yet. Permanent physical or mental disability certified by a medical board designated by the Supreme Tribunal of Justice with the approval of the National Assembly. That hasn't happened yet either. Abandonment of his position duly declared by the National Assembly. Now, this one kind of falls into a little bit of a gray area, but I think most people would agree that that Maduro actually has to abandon his position, saying, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And we can talk about the decisions that Maduro has made, whether they're good or bad, whatever, but he has been doing them in the capacity of the president, so I fail to see where abandonment applies. And recall by popular vote. That hasn't happened either. And then it goes on to talk here about what to do if the president needs to be replaced. So, keep in mind that the Venezuelan Constitution was something that was ratified by the people. So, the country came together and they said, we want this as our constitution. I like the sound of that. And after having what I've just read, it gives credence to the reports that the National Assembly has been found in contempt of the Venezuelan Constitution on more than one occasion. So really, if I wanted to be a complete asshole, I could say, well, since the National Assembly has been found in contempt of the Venezuelan Constitution, which was ratified by the people, then the National Assembly hates the Venezuelan people. And since all these countries are coming to the aid of the National Assembly, which hates the Venezuelan people, well then all these countries must hate the Venezuelan people also. Well, they probably do anyways, because apparently they don't have a problem with massacring them for their oil.